Hey, look, come here. I'm gonna arrest you on all right? This is just for the being. Come on, spread your
Kodak Black. Officials say Bill Capri, better known as Kodak Black, violated the conditions.
With Kodak Black facing serious time for trafficking and possession, the internet just dug up some wild footage from way back in 2015 that's got everyone talking. In this old interrogation clip, you can see him basically cooperating with the cops, telling them straight up he's willing to share whatever they need to hear. Now people online are going crazy, calling him out for potentially snitching during that police questioning. The timing couldn't be worse either. With his current charges hanging over his head and his reputation on the line, fans are split, some saying everyone talks when they're in that room, others saying this changes how they see him completely. Either way, this resurfaced video is making major waves right before he steps into that courtroom.
Let's do this. Let's start by one by one. One by one. Right, we'll tell you whatever. We're just talking about the kids right now. To be fair to you, tell me about the burglary and what happened. It's helping me in any way.
Boozy jumped into the conversation and dropped his take on the whole situation, pointing out how Kodak might catch hell behind bars, specifically because he decided to link up with 6ix9ine on a track. That collaboration could come back to haunt him in the worst way possible, since Kodak's actually been locked up before and knows how things work inside. Making that move to work with someone known for cooperating with feds was playing with fire from the jump. When the official update started rolling out, reporters confirmed Kodak Black's heading to multiple court hearings over these trafficking and possession allegations. His legal team, including Bradford Cohen, already sees where this is heading. They're predicting actual prison time rather than a rehab deal, since his record shows he's been through the system multiple times before. The judge ain't trying to hear about treatment programs when you keep catching the same charges. But here's where it gets wild. Right before he was supposed to step into that courtroom, Kodak basically torpedoed his own defense by confessing he'd been using illegal substances just recently. His lawyers probably lost their minds when they heard that, because now there's no wiggle room to negotiate anything favorable.
Yeah, it must be off today because I'm eating good. What you mean? You mean like as in like I must be off it, or I must like not be on it? What you trying to say? Whoever the his name, Mellow Fellow. You know, I eat good. I eat good every day, all day, yeah, man. High or not, yeah. I'm being a. I tried it though. I don't for real. But I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. Man, everybody be on. It's nothing. You feel me? That's why I said that. That's why I had said that, you feel me?
The courtroom session went completely sideways for Kodak. From what journalists picked up on during the proceedings, conversations happening between the prosecution and other officials made it clear he's run out of second chances. Everyone's basically wondering how many years he's looking at now, not if he's going away. The weight of all this started showing on Kodak when he hopped on a live stream looking completely off. You could tell mentally he wasn't in a good place at all.
All right, DP, thank you, brother.
Yeah, you was.
Coming up next time, I want to play some Drew Hill. I got Camper, I got Anita Baker, all on the way. My name is Jimmy Rodriguez. I'm in for Shelby Russian today. Hot 105. You're Russian today. Hot 105.
Federal authorities ran through Kodak's spot down in Florida and brought him in. Once he was sitting in a cell, he brought Bradford Cohen onto his legal team. And that's when things shifted. Cohen worked his magic in the courtroom and managed to convince the judge that rehab made more sense than locking Kodak away for 2 years straight. That's a major win when you're staring down that kind of time. Getting treatment instead of being behind bars is the kind of outcome most people in his position only dream about.
Bill Capri faced a judge Tuesday after turning himself in following an arrest warrant issued for violation of his pretrial release. Authorities said he tested positive during a random test earlier this month.
This is just unjust and not right about this situation.
Black, addressing the judge after the pretrial release technician testified he may have mixed up the samples between Black and another patient.
There's no way you tested positive. We can resolve that by way of a hair sample. I'll clear you.
Judge Barbara Duffy then asking for a hair sample today to clear up the alleged mix-up, which Black refused, rather choosing to check into the Legacy Rehabilitation Facility for 30 days.
Kodak put in over a year at that rehab facility, and during that stretch, he was actually getting his life together and staying focused on his craft. When he finally got out, it seemed like he was ready to make some noise again and get back to what he does best. Then came the moment that flipped everything upside down. He linked up with Kaisenat for a live stream session, figuring it'd be the perfect way to get more eyes on his return and build some hype. But once that stream went live, something was clearly wrong with how Kodak was carrying himself. His whole energy seemed off, and viewers started catching on immediately that he wasn't moving right on camera. What was supposed to be a big publicity moment turned into people questioning whether he'd really left his old habits behind.
Always say, but at times when it feel good, that's what you say sometimes. Yeah.
The day after that stream, Kodak attempted to clean up the mess by posting something trying to explain away how he looked and acted. He wanted people to think everything was cool and that what they saw wasn't what they thought it was, but the damage was already done. His supporters had seen enough with their own eyes, and most of them weren't trying to hear his explanation. Social media was already flooded with clips and commentary breaking down every moment where he seemed off. No amount of backtracking or clarification posts could erase what went down live in front of thousands of people. His fanbase was split between those willing to give him the benefit of the doubt and those who felt like he'd thrown away his second chance right in front of them. The trust he'd been rebuilding during his time away started crumbling fast.
Say y'all people like who be on that, y'all be on all type, y'all be on say all type of stupid. But I take you one and y'all be so hurt. Y'all wanna like it anyway. Yeah. Everybody else who be coming like on that timing, they ain't got no motion. They broke, they hurt, they sent on it, or they trying to come into life some kind of way and trying to like look any type of yeah, I could come in that way. Oh, I think you need help. Oh, look, bro, you're trying to like,
The real issue that had his supporters upset wasn't just the live stream itself, it was what it represented. People had been genuinely rooting for Kodak throughout his whole rehab journey, watching him put in that time, and hoping he'd come out changed. They wanted to see him win and stay on the right path. So when that stream happened and it became obvious he'd slipped back into using, a lot of fans felt straight betrayed. All that progress, all that time invested in getting clean, and it looked like he tossed it away. Some were angry, feeling like he didn't take his second chance seriously. Others were just disappointed, seeing someone with so much talent and potential continue making the same destructive choices. The comment sections were filled with people expressing how let down they felt, like they'd been watching him win just to see him fumble everything right at the comeback. Things didn't stop there though, like Kodak's situation kept getting darker by the day. His mental state was clearly deteriorating fast, and it all came to a head when he dropped a post on Instagram that had everyone genuinely worried. He was out here basically saying he was just waiting for his time to come, like he didn't even want to be here anymore. That's when people realized this wasn't just about relapsing, something way deeper was going on with him mentally. Fans went from being disappointed to straight up concerned for his life. The comments shifted from criticism to people begging him to get help, reaching out trying to let him know they cared. This wasn't the usual controversy or drama. This was someone clearly struggling in a major way and broadcasting it to millions of followers. It painted a picture of someone who lost hope completely, and that's a scary place to be when you've already been through so much.
Again, while we waiting on other people too, right? Other people, they don't know how to let time do its thing. Everybody like let time do it, bro. Time is the best, what you call it, whether it's gonna heal or whatever it's gonna like, let time do it. You gotta be patient. Love is patient. Love is kind. Like I'm saying, it makes absolutely zero sense. No sense at all. But try to approach the situation with any type of aggression. The whole world everybody on your man on your tone. Everybody again. While we waiting? While we just down here waiting on one.
Then another clip surfaced that had everybody scratching their heads even more. Somebody caught Kodak on camera posted up on the roadside just eating some chicken, acting completely bizarre. The whole scene was random as hell. Like, why is he out there on the curb with a meal looking completely out of it?
Okay. Take a seat next to him. Enjoy that food. Take a seat next to him, brother.
Hold on, I want to be funny. Bro, I want to join that, bro. I'm going to be right
here. Fans were trying to piece together what they were watching because nothing about it made sense. Some thought maybe he was going through it mentally and just ended up wherever. Others were wondering if he even knew he was being recorded. The video just added more fuel to the fire of people worrying about his well-being. It wasn't even about judging him at that point. People were genuinely confused and concerned about what was happening to him. Between the dark Instagram posts and now these random sightings of him acting strange in public, it was clear Kodak was going through something serious that went way beyond just falling back into old habits. After watching Kodak spiral for months, acting completely off and worrying everyone around him, he finally opened up about what might be eating at him. He got real and admitted he'd never actually felt genuine love in his life. And that emptiness could be what's been tearing him apart this whole time. It was one of those vulnerable moments where you could tell he was being honest about his pain. All the success, the money, the fame, none of it filled that void he's been carrying. A lot of people started connecting the dots, realizing his self-destructive behavior and depression might stem from feeling isolated and unloved despite being surrounded by people constantly. It made fans look at everything differently: the substance abuse, the dark posts, the erratic behavior. Maybe it was all just him trying to cope with feeling alone. Some people in the comments could relate, saying they understood that kind of emptiness. Others felt bad for judging him so harshly without understanding what he was really battling internally.
Girl treated you right. Never, bro. I never had a bit of love. I never experienced love before. I never experienced it. I never experienced it, bro. I never experienced it, bro. I never did, bro. I never did, bro. I never experienced love, bro. I never did, bro. I never had it. I never had it, bro. I never had it, bro. I never had it.
When Kanye West caught wind of what Kodak was going through, he stepped up publicly and made it known he wanted to reach out and support him during this dark period. But Kanye didn't stop there. He put out a call to the rest of the hip-hop community, urging other artists to rally around Kodak too. He was basically saying this isn't just on one person to fix. The whole industry needs to show up when one of their own is clearly drowning. It was a powerful moment because you don't always see that kind of solidarity, especially when someone's struggling with personal demons. Like that Kanye understood that sometimes having people in your corner who've been through similar battles can make all the difference.
Okay, so I thought Kodak was in Miami. I see he's in Atlanta. So I'm getting a flight down to Atlanta right now and do something. So anybody that's already down in Atlanta that knows him and knows anything about him, I know I said rappers and all that, but right now I need y'all, man, to like really go and do something. Like we can't, I know y'all think I'm crashing out. Y'all, you see me talking, I'm expressing myself. And look, man, please don't, I know I said a lot, and just let me go down there and go help this man.
His message resonated with a lot of folks who felt like the rap game tends to abandon people when they're down instead of lifting them up. That whether other big names would actually answer that call or just keep scrolling remained to be seen, but at least somebody with a major platform was trying to mobilize real help instead of just posting prayers and condolences. Despite Kanye's call for help, disturbing footage kept leaking out, showing Kodak in worse condition. One of his so-called friends actually pulled out their phone and filmed him just walking back and forth in his bedroom, completely gone mentally, not making any sense. The fact that someone in his inner circle would rather record him at his lowest point instead of stepping in says everything you need to know about the people surrounding him.
Your favorite rapper?
Who?
I'm his favorite rapper.
You Drake favorite rapper?
Yeah.
Nah.
He always say that. Even his people always say that. They always say that. Even when you know what I mean? Even when you ain't around, so shit like, oh no, it's real.
These are supposed to be the ones closest to him, the ones who should be protecting him and getting him real assistance. But instead, they're treating his breakdown like content for the internet. It exposed how alone Kodak really is, even when he's got people physically around him. Real friends don't film you when you're going through a mental crisis. They put the phone down and actually intervene, but his crew was more focused on capturing the moment than stopping the destruction happening right in front of them. That video made it painfully obvious that while strangers like Kanye were trying to organize support from a distance, the people who had direct access to Kodak every single day were failing him completely. Seeing all this play out, Boom jumped into the conversation and made it clear he genuinely wanted to see Kodak pull through this rough patch. He wasn't just posting empty well wishes either. He actually tried reaching out with some real guidance, speaking from a place of understanding since he'd been through his own struggles publicly.
Man, we worried about you. You don't look too healthy. And from the outside looking in, it's obvious that you're and I don't believe for 1 second you just doing for your own enjoyment. Nah, you trying to find something to fill up that void that's within your chest. See, I've been where you at right now. But by the grace of God, I'm clean. Them strongholds have been pulled down. Them chains are broken. So I'm qualified to talk about this. You got to make a decision, bro. You got too many people looking up to you. And from one father to another, got to set the right example for your son. This coming from somebody who genuinely cares. So if you come across this video, you want to sit at the table, break bread.
Bunk knew what it was like to hit rock bottom while everyone watched, so his words carried weight. He was trying to be a voice of reason, offering practical advice on getting the right people around him and taking recovery seriously this time. It showed a different side of the industry. While some people were filming Kodak's breakdown for views, others like Bunk were attempting to be a genuine lifeline. Whether Kodak was in a headspace to actually receive that help or not was another question, but at least someone who understood the struggle firsthand was extending a hand instead of just shaking their head from the sidelines. Even regular supporters started chiming in, trying to reach him however they could. One fan hit him up in person to cut straight to the point, telling Kodak he preferred the version of him that was clean and clear-headed.
Say I love when Kodak sober. Change sober. I love sober.
Now you're going for two.
No, it's sober. Yo. For what? For what? Look at all this money. Look at all this cash. Sober for what? We young sober. Young sober.
Gilly Da Kid and Wallow decided to take it a step further and didn't just post something online. He actually made direct contact with Kodak face to face. He sat down with him and got real, telling him to stop questioning his own worth, and remember he's got kids depending on him to be around and be solid. That personal touch hit different than all the social media messages because Gilly physically showed up, making it clear this wasn't just for show or clout.
Never doubt yourself. You got them babies counting on you. There's gonna be times where you're gonna doubt yourself, you're gonna be in pain, but them babies counting on you, you gotta be here. And I'm telling you that because a lot of people get around you and they see your success and they say, oh man, a lot of people need you, and they yes man you. I ain't here to yes man you. You know me, every time we connect with you, you know I got love for you. Not because I need you, I got love for you because you're a young cat and I was young, Gil was young. Live. And I'm telling you that because you see that love that lady get, you see how you light up when I talk about your babies? Live. These people want to laugh, they want to joke, they want to criticize. They don't know your pain, I don't know your pain. But I know one thing, them babies counting on you.
He reminded Kodak that his life meant something beyond himself. Those children need their father present and healthy, not spiraling out. It was the kind of straight talk that only lands when someone cares enough to pull up in person rather than just typing out thoughts from a distance. The real question now is whether any of these interventions actually got through to Kodak, or if he's too far gone in his own head to hear what people are trying to tell him. The pattern keeps repeating itself. He gets locked up, fights the case, gets a break from the system, seems like he's turning things around, then crashes harder than before. His legal team is probably pulling their hair out watching him sabotage every opportunity they create for him in court. Bradford Cohen worked miracles getting him rehab instead of prison time, and Kodak basically threw it back in his face by admitting to recent use right before his hearing. What makes this whole situation even messier is how public everything has become. Every breakdown, every strange moment, every cry for help is captured and spread across the internet within hours. There's no privacy to heal or work through things quietly. Millions of people are watching his mental health deteriorate in real time, and while some genuinely care, others are just there for the entertainment value of watching someone spiral. The pressure of having your worst moments broadcasted to the world can't be helping his state of mind at all. Then you've got the court system breathing down his neck with these trafficking and possession charges hanging over everything. His lawyers already warned him. The judge isn't trying to hear about treatment programs when you keep catching the same violations repeatedly. They're looking at his history, seeing someone who doesn't learn from second chances, and preparing to hand down actual prison time this go around. Kodak essentially wrote his own guilty verdict when he confessed to using recently. No judge is gonna believe you're serious about change when you can't even stay clean knowing you got court coming up. The support from people like Kanye, Gilly Da Kid, and Buunk shows there's still a community willing to help if Kodak actually wants it. But Wanting to get better and actually doing the work are two completely different things. He can have all the resources and all the people reaching out, but if he doesn't make that internal decision to choose differently, nothing's gonna change. His comments about never experiencing real love and feeling like he's waiting to pass away reveals someone who's been hurting for a long time, way before any of these legal troubles started.